My best friend went missing. Then her boyfriend married someone else using her identity. Faye and I had been best friends since we were 6 years old. We shared everything. Secrets, dreams, heartbreaks. So when she suddenly stopped answering my calls one day, I knew something was wrong. At first, everyone thought she needed space. Her boyfriend, Ryan, said they had argued and she wanted time alone. But days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months, and Faye never came back. The police investigated but found very little. No signs of violence, no clear suspects, no evidence. Eventually, the case went cold, but I never stopped looking. 2 years later, I received a wedding invitation. The groom's name made my stomach drop. Ryan, Faye's boyfriend, the man who claimed to love her, the man who said he'd never move on. And the strangest part? The bride looked eerily familiar. When I saw her photo online, my heart nearly stopped. She was using Faye's surname, living in Faye's apartment, and somehow had access to Faye's bank accounts. Something felt terribly wrong. I started digging. The deeper I looked, the darker things became. I discovered Ryan had transferred large amounts of money from Faye's accounts shortly after she disappeared. Even stranger, official records showed documents signed in Faye's name months after she vanished. But there was one problem. The signatures were fake. I took everything to the police. At first, nobody listened, until a forensic examiner confirmed the signatures were forged. Suddenly, the investigation reopened. Detectives searched Ryan's house. What they found shocked everyone. Hidden in a locked room were dozens of fake identity documents, passports, bank records, property papers, all connected to Faye. Ryan and his fiancée had spent years stealing her identity and draining her savings. But the biggest shock was still coming. Investigators discovered that Faye wasn't dead. She had been held against her will in a remote cabin for nearly 2 years. Ryan had convinced everyone she had disappeared voluntarily. The day police rescued her, I was waiting outside the hospital. The moment she saw me, she burst into tears. So did I. We hugged for what felt like forever. Ryan and his fiancée were arrested and later sentenced to prison. Faye spent years rebuilding her life. It wasn't easy, but she survived. Today, she runs a charity that helps missing persons and victims of identity theft. And every year on the anniversary of her rescue, we celebrate together. Because after everyone else gave up hope, I never stopped believing my best friend was still out there. This case taught me something important. Sometimes the people closest to you know when a story doesn't make sense. And sometimes refusing to give up can save a life.